Hi viewers, welcome to Akshaya Vlogs and Crafts. Today, let's see Manimurtishwaram Ushchishta Ganapati temple which is in Tirunelveli. This is the biggest Ushchishta Ganapati temple in the whole of Asia. The festivals celebrated here are Vinayak Chaturthi, which is devotionally celebrated in the month of Avani, covering August to September. The temple has 5 main tower Rajagopuram. There is a long open space after the tower to enter the temple. There are no idols in the Maha Mandapam. The faith of the devotees is that Ushchishta Ganapati will reward the devotees with child boon. Devotees perform Abhishek and offer vastras to Lord Ganapati as thanksgiving. Ushchishta Ganapati is the presiding deity. The length and height of the long dilapidated compound walls is the evidence of the size of the temple. Lord Vinayaka graces in the sanctum sanctorum with his trunk on the navel of a woman. A philosophy is attributed to this form. A woman feels proud when she attains motherhood. She expects the child to grow righteous and noble and obedient to parents. Devotees believe that worshipping Ganapati in this form will reward them with a good child. And there is also such Vinayaka form in the Sankaran Narayan temple in Sankaran Kovil. No Vinayaka in any temple has such a form. There is a small shrine for Nelliyapar in this temple. Ushchishta Ganapati is one of the 32 forms of Vinayaka. He is considered as a brahmachari. Seeing him embracing a woman is explained as his granting child boon. Ushchishta Ganapati is the 8th form of the 32 forms in which Lord Vinayaka is worshipped. He has Neela Saraswati in his lap. Legend has it that once an Asura by the name Vidyakaran was in penance on Lord Brahma. Pleased with the penance of Vidyakaran, Brahma appeared before him, and Vidyakaran sought a boon that a person who can kill him should not be a man or a beast, should fight without any assistance from anyone, and in front of Asura and these Deva Sabhavas, should be with the Shakti with him at that time. Thus he thought he could not be killed under any circumstances. Brahma gave the boon which Vidyakaran wanted. That made Vidyakaran arrogant, and he gave problems to Rishis and Devas. When he became uncontrollable, Rishis came for help to Mummurtis. Mummurtis conducted a yagna to Parashakti and also wanted Vinayaka to kill Vidyakaran. Vinayaka came from the Agnikunda of the Yaga on an Ashtami. As asked by Brahma, Padanga Muni too conducted a yagna, and from that a Brahma's daughter Neela Saraswati appeared. The marriage of Vinayaka to Neela Saraswati was conducted on Navami. Mummurtis then asked Indra to ask Vidyakaran to come for a fight. Vidyakaran arrived for a war, and he had to face Ganapati with Neela Saraswati on his left lap, with his trunk on her navel, and on the hands with bow and arrow with Prakasha of a crow of Suryas. Vidyakaran could not face the Prakasha coming out of Ganapati and bit his tongue, and with pain and loss of blood he died. Hence, in front of the Deva Sabai and with Shakti in his lap and without any weapons, Vinayaka killed Vidyakaran. Rishis wanted Vinayaka to bless his devotees on the banks of the river Tamarabarani in the Rishi Tirtham along with Neela Saraswati. He acceded to the request of the Rishis and arrived in the chariot of Surya at Manimurtishwaram and gave darshan to Rishis and Devas. Surya Bhagavan requested that on the first of every Tamil month, Chitrai, he would have his race on Ganapati, and that he should bless all those who pray on those days with prosperity. There is a story regarding Kala Bhairavar here blessing Manikirivan. The son of Kubera, Manikirivan, was a great devotee of Vinayaka. During the rule of a king named Savaran, Manikirivan saw Chitralekha in a Nandavanam, daughter of Gandharvarajan Chitrasenan. She wanted to marry him, and Manikirvan said he would marry her only with the approval of her father. She requested him not to leave the place until she arrived with her father. Chitrasenan agreed to the proposal, and they, Manikrivan and Chitralekha, got married with the blessings of the Gandharvarajan and his entourage. Even as they were living happily, Leelavati, daughter of Gandharvan, wanted to marry the handsome Manikrivan, and she told to marry her too. When Manikrivan refused, she cursed that his beauty be gone, and Manikrivan to curse her the same. With the beauty gone, Manikrivan prayed to Lord Ganesha, and he in turn asked him to bathe in the Tamarabarani at his place, and prayed to the Bhairavar there, and also made all the three, Manikrivan, Chitralekha and Leelavati, to take bath in Tamarabarani and pray to Bhairavar there. Vinayagar also asked Manikrivan to marry Leelavati too. They overcame the curse and, as directed by Vinayagar, lived in Kubera Patnam. There are sannidhis for Lord Shiva, Kantimadi, Amman, Kannimoola Ganapati, 16 Asoda Ganapatis, Valli Devane and Sameda Supramanyar and Swarna Akashana Bhairavar, Padanjali Munivar and Vyagrabhattar are installed in Linga Rupam. The Sthala Vriksha's are Vannai and Palmya Panai. Tirthams Rishi Tirtham and Rubaratra Tirtham. Kumbhabhishekam of this temple was done in the year 2016. The temple is open from 8 am to 11:30 am and from 6 pm to 7:30 pm. Let us all have darshan of this Ushchishta Ganapati and get his blessings. Thank you, viewers. Bye bye, viewers.